Let's talk about Ethan Klein again.
No. Well, I was thinking this is an interesting conversation. I'd
topic.
react to this conversation and re-upload it with the same title as the original video. That's what I would do. Interesting stuff.
Well, okay, listen. To segue hard back into the whole Ethan stuff, right? I think it's fucked up to make jokes like that, all right? Because you
Jokes in
know damn
quotes.
well, in the system that we have, right? A lot of those people, like, you know, would just demonize the other side.
Yes.
If they made those same exact jokes, right? And the thing
Yeah.
is, if we're trying to argue about consistency on platforms, it's good that everyone gets a strike for making fucked up jokes. I'm like, or it's not even a joke in my opinion. It's like you just straight up fucking talked about setting
Bruh.
off fireworks that you shouldn't have. Right?
I've gotten strikes for saying things that aren't illegal, like a lot of times. I'm pretty sure, like, if you said that anywhere, if you're just like, if you told the police, or like if you were on the radio, let's say, if you were on the radio. For one, dude, Howard Stern got fucked in the early 2000s for just saying sexual related things, not saying, hey, you should bomb these people. You know what I mean? Like the FCC, there has to be some
Bomb
kind
those
of...
people with love, right?
Yeah, exactly. Bomb those people
In
with
Minecraft.
kindness. Kill them
In
with
Minecraft.
kindness.
Yeah, exactly.
Massacre,
Kill 'em with
yeah, in
kindness.
Minecraft. The FCC would fine him like millions of dollars if this was real life, not on YouTube, or like real life, quote unquote. I understand that this is the real thing now, but like... I don't know. I just feel like they're in his apology too on Twitter was just like, bro, what are you doing?
What
Well,
apology?
he
I
basically
didn't
said,
see an
fuck all of you
apology.
who cared or
Yeah.
something, didn't he?
Yeah, what the fuck? And then he just said
Yeah,
it's like
like,
only
fuck the
conservatives got mad at him. Only conservatives got mad at him.
And then he's like,
somehow like,
well,
what are you talking about, bro?
Conservatives are being anti-Semitic right now. I don't know what that says about you guys. Did you see that tweet?
Yeah,
It's so fucking dumb, dude.
The thing about it is like how politicized like some of these issues end up really becoming. Like it used to be, I would say, maybe it was because we were kids and we didn't look at the world in such a fucking pessimistic lens. It didn't used to be like either or like the left or the right side was just openly calling out for crazy shit like that. At least it seemed like there was more of like, hey, we could at least have a conversation with somebody, right? Like it's nowadays it's almost like if you're a left-leaning guy, like I consider myself left-leaning, right? But like if I go on YouTube and I look at the other left-leaning friends that I have, I'm basically taught that all conservatives are complete demon worshippers.
Yeah, there's no unity. We're not human
like,
beings.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
like we're fucking
exactly,
different
like-
species. Or
And
some
the same
shit.
thing with the right-leaning side, right? Like those extreme right guys.
Oh,
are like,
yeah, dude.
Anybody with a left-leaning thought is a fucking cuck loser.
Yeah,
Like
liberal tears. I drink liberal
Yeah,
tears.
It's social media and constant needs to purity test. Like, if even if you have
Purity
a
testing.
small opinion of like, oh, they're not that bad. It's like, what? Are you like one of them? You're not like one of us. And it's like, oh no, I'm just kidding. They fucking
Yeah.
suck. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. You just if you have those kind of middle of the road opinions, you just don't say anything because you don't want to risk being demonized as much as any other groups.
Well,
you know?
I'm actually like wondering. So he's got to be up to like 2 strikes now, right? Because this is.
I don't know.
at
Was it
least-
within
I
3
think-
months of the last one?
Isn't the strike 6
I
months?
thought it was
on
3
YouTube?
months.
90 days. It's 90 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it reduced at some point.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's a 90-day strike, yeah, then he's probably sitting on one at least, like this one. I just figured he was like, I figured he might be in like a second strike proximity. So it's like I don't understand it. Like, okay, when you have a brand, and maybe this actually counters exactly my thought, because I was walking into it thinking that, yeah, maybe this is like a Machiavellian, like I want to be like relevant, you know, every other month or something. This goes against it. Why would somebody with such a big brand consistently risk that brand every week that they stream, right? Like that specific podcast. And yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Matt. There's no fucking, it's just really being dumb. Like it's a joke that the entire team on that show was like, walk it back.
Dude, his producers are like, they were like, dude, this is very insensitive and not funny. You should stop right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and I know this for a fact, right? Like fucking, when I was talking to some Nintendo channels, right? They had like a little bit of an edgy past. One of them uploaded in a meme compilation, like a 9/11 meme, right? Like just a fucking haha, like back in the early, like edgier 2016 days, there would be quite a few YouTubers that would upload like, you know, they would have like the ISIS theme or whatever the fuck it would be, and it would be like an obvious joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way that YouTube systems work and the way that any AI works is if it detects like, hey, here's 9/11, here's like, you know, the
Yeah.
Yeah,
ISIS
but
theme
Ethan,
music.
No context.
Ethan would never collab with someone that said America deserved 9/11, though. He would never do that.
I was just about to say.
He would never do that. He would never have a
I was
whole
like,
podcast with a guy that said
Hassan
that.
has a Nintendo channel now, does he? Or something?
No, it's like no. But like there would basically be channels that got their entire monetization removed on one strike because of that content, right?
Yeah.
I think it was like innate, like it was the policy about like the violent, like glorifying violent organizations, right? So it could be like a terrorist group, it could be like a drug cartel or something, which is why every time we talk about drug cartels, we don't joke about it. We straight up tell you it's like every drug cartel is bad, okay? This is not a disclaimer. This is a true objective fact, okay? All drug cartels are bad. And that's the whole reason for YouTube. You can't be caught glorifying anything because from my experience, I know that YouTube will straight demonetize you completely. Like you have to. I don't even think you could just reapply for partnership.
No.
It's like you're just gone if you do that.
But let's be real. Nepotism is a thing, and Ethan has met before with Susan Wojcicki or whatever her name was, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's certainly got connections there. I mean, if he's ever at risk of losing monetization or something, he would make some calls. I mean, he's not the person he was in terms of popularity as he was in years past, but I'd be very surprised if someone that high profile could just be ripped entirely, regardless of what they said. Certainly they would make a show of like, we'll ban him for a month, we'll ban him for 2 months, whatever, but I don't think he'll ever be gone, unless he does something really fucking bad.
Popularity, man. I think he's just changed that popularity to a side that's like more extremely left
Just
than
drama.
it used to be,
It's just drama now. It used to be like actual relevance, like genuine relevance. People care about what he says and stuff. Now if you just like, and I'm sure he's a good guy. I don't really, I've never met him or anything like that. But just everything I see just seems so fucking negative and like divisive all the time. It's just
that's the thing with like T. Like we'll always dip our hands into like a drama pie anytime. Sometimes to just commentate on and everything, but it's like you got to have like actual substance here and there. Like this is why like I always like every time I shit on something or like I fucking talk about some crazy stuff. It's always I gotta have like actual stuff that I'm doing because it can't all be that.
It needs to be more lighthearted than this. Like when you get into drama of this YouTuber called that YouTuber an asshole, that's just so much. That's so much later, than...
Yeah.
I mean, lighter than what Ethan said, of course. What isn't lighter in this situation?
Fair
enough.
But, no, I make so few dedicated videos about topics that if I'm making a video about it, it has to be something that I really care about or I feel like I'm very educated on.
Man, don't you hate it when you have some really awkward fetishes that you look up and goddamn now everybody knows about it? You're probably thinking, why don't you just use incognito mode? Let me tell you something, you little gamers. Incognito mode does not hide your activity. Doesn't matter what you use or how many times you cleared your browsing history, your internet service provider can see every single foot fetish site you looked at. That is why even when I am home, I never go online without using ExpressVPN. It doesn't matter what your service provider is. ISPs in the US can legally sell your information to ad companies. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your internet connection through secure servers so your ISP can't see the sites you visit. It keeps all your information secure. It encrypts 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available, and most of the time, I don't even realize I have it on. It runs seamlessly in the background, easy to use, and you're safe and private. It's available on all your devices, phones, computers, even your TV. So there's no excuse for you to not use it. Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by Business Insider. Visit our exclusive link expressvpn.com/SOP and get an extra 3 months for free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/SOP. Link in the description. Thanks for the support, homies. Back to the podcast.
I'll ramble on stream about fucking anything, and with the caveat that I'll say like I'm not educated on this. This is what I hear, whatever. But if it's a dedicated video, I'll make sure I know to at least to some degree what I'm talking about. It's why I hate when people accuse me of being a drama channel or something. Like I've made dedicated videos about like 6 topics in the last 2 years.
Well,
that isn't
anybody
GTA
that
5.
says that, I'm glad that YouTube has that one thing on the mobile where you can see how long a channel's watched you. Because I'll see some guy, I remember when I talked about a YouTuber that somebody really liked, I guess, right? And you would just look into the comment sections I've been following you for ever since you began, and I can't believe you talked about it. Where's the actual videos? And I'm like, some guy hit me. It's some guy told, exactly. Some guy was like, where was that deep web video you uploaded? I'm like, you mean the one that I uploaded 4 days ago that you didn't watch? That one? Somebody that, okay. And then I look into their channel. I'm like, oh, you've been commenting on every video? The only comment on your entire post history is this video. So what the fuck? I'm like, YouTube has the ability to suss out that kind of shit. It's just weird how you get into the entire thing. And like you said, Caleb, a lot of those, it feels like a lot of these call outs now are done from a place of, having that like weird holier than thou mentality, right? Like